What up, my lovelies? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for clicking this video, and thank you very much for taking time out to watch me do what I do. Oh my gosh, 1 second. Today's a bit of a rough morning. Who has an hour to get ready? Hey! I'd like to welcome those that are new to the channel. Thank you very much for coming by. I hope you won't be a stranger. And in order not to be a stranger, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and become a member of the family. And also like this video. And to my fam, my day ones, my OGs, thank you very much for coming back and supporting your girl. Appreciate you all, always. I woke up with a terrible headache. Why? Because I went back to the gym yesterday. Let's put this head back. I signed up to a new gym yesterday and they wore me out. The PT wore me out and I didn't rest. Can you imagine? I went to wash my car, in like the mechanical car wash, the one that does the outside. And there was a queue. How did I sleep off? It's because I heard the beeping for the final wash of the person in front of me that I woke up. My gosh, I was so tired. I went to bed early and I'm yet still tired. And I filmed yesterday. That was up and down. I don't know, I have to edit it to see whether or not I'm gonna scrap it. It was a full face of Huda Beauty, which included the foundation and the new setting spray. Sorry, I'm not looking at you guys, but yeah, it's a heavy morning today. And plus I think because I didn't have coffee yesterday, that's the reason why I was so draggy, and that's not good. But today I'm having my coffee, I have to. So I'm getting ready to go to church. Today is a white day, as in like my ensemble's white. I love an oversized baggy t-shirt. Obviously, please disregard my ensemble that like what I'm wearing now because it's of the morning, okay? So yes, the ensemble is white today. As I said, it's a baggy white t-shirt. I love an oversized t-shirt. And I say t-shirt, I actually mean shirt. I mean like with a collar, buttons, with some chinos. Are they chinos? Anyway, some black trousers and some heels. And that is the vibe for today. And obviously the hair straight. She gonna be straight, mown down. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's windy outside. So we're gonna do a look. The look I don't know, but it's gonna be a look. What color should I do? I don't want to do pink. I did pink last time. I want to do the same pop of color moment I had the other day. Do I want to? And I don't want to do red because I think red will be too warm with white. And if you know, you know. Coffee shop, it is what it is. Let's do some brow bone. But how are you guys doing whilst I get this together? Because I think my eyeshadow base routine in regards to creasage and outer corner is quite explanatory, right? Okay, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are good. How are you guys enjoying the spring? Over here it's still a bit questionable, so we're kind of like pushing through. It's like when you're in the sun it's warm, but when you're out it's cold, and I don't like that. I don't like the limbo, so it's like just get to summer already. Anyway, what's you guys' plans? I think I've got like three weekends before I get to Bucharest, Romania, for a friend's birthday. The whole birthday is kind of planned around what's that spa called? There's a spa there. Is that one of the biggest spas in Europe, allegedly? I don't know. But yeah, we're going to Romania for the weekend, and obviously I'm going to vlog it and I can't wait. It's somewhere I've never been. I'll be taking you guys along with me. There's a couple trips are kind of semi-planned for this year. One of them is Paris with hubby, and the second one is either somewhere Spain, Greece with my friend. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing spots. Gonna go into my Juvia's Place Culture palette. I have like other Juvia's Place palettes, but this one, yeah, I like her. So I'm gonna go into Talking Drums, which is this shade here. And this is just gonna go on to the lid. It's like a tan color. So I'm thinking of the colour that I'm going to go into, and I'm thinking it's between the purple and the green. Let's do the green. I'm committing. Yeah, let's do it. It's not really giving what I wanted, but it's nice because it's subtle. Just gonna load it on. I feel like it's actually nice. As I'm like packing it on, I like it. Again, it's just a way to introduce colour. I'm gonna go back into that Talking Drum shade that we put in the middle. Just make sure everything's like blended. But so when I finish my face, I'll just bring that grain down a bit more. But that colour is stunning. So I'm going to do a brown liner at some point when I do my face. But as I do my face, I want to spoke to you guys. Studio Radiance under the eyes and on the face. I have a friend who's in a situation, not a major situation, but is a friend situation, okay? So she met this friend of hers years ago, Universal Radiant, by the way. She met this friend through another friend, okay? So she was friends with, let's call her Sarah, okay? And Sarah introduced her to another friend of Sarah introduced my friend to this is getting confusing already. Sarah introduced my friend to one of her friends, right? Oh, okay, so I'm the friend, if you guys are asked, because there's no way I can go back this without being confused. So Sarah introduced me to one of her friends called Juliet, and Juliet and myself hit it off. Like, it got to a point that me and Sarah weren't as close as I was with Juliet. So we go out every week because we lived like 5 minutes, because that time I was living in London. What's the time? Because if I start talking, okay, I got 40 minutes now. And that's ample time for a base. Hourglass shade mocha. So Juliet and myself, we were like bosom buddies, as in like we were so close. Before that time, yeah, Sarah's like, yeah, this girl is like, she a bit cray-cray, but I was like, you know what, let me just make my own decision on how I see the person. I don't want to be influenced to think XYZ and just like not give that person a chance with me, because they could just have that experience with them and I could have a different experience. But I kind of saw or experienced those tendencies from Julia, and I was like, I'm not sure, you know, a lot of fights here and there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, could it be true, this and that? But I gave her another chance, right? And I'm talking about, this experience was quite, I don't want to say it was toxic, but it was quite, is the word volatile? Is that even worse than toxic? I don't even know, but it wasn't good. And I started noticing that whenever we'd like talk on the phone, because I would come to my mum's house for the weekend just to kind of like chill, obviously be with her, like hang out with her and stuff like that, because my brothers had moved out by then. And no, I think my brother was still at the house, actually. One of them was anyway. But me and my mum were really close, right? But then she'd want to be on the phone with me, and if I'm on the phone, it's like we're talking hours, which is totally fine, as in like, you know, just girl chat. But when it gets to the point where you start arguing, and then even when you're done with the conversation or done with the argument, like, why was I arguing? Why did that conversation get to that point, right? And the joke is, most of the conversations are about her. I noticed that my attitude changed. I started getting more aggressive, everything. I'm like, I got a short fuse about it, sort of thing. And I'm like, even my mum's like, why are you all of a sudden like this way? As in like, everything is just, you're just ready to rah, 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 sort of thing. And I'm like, what you mean? It's like, I'm the same person, blah, blah. And my mum noticed that I get that way when I'm on the phone with Juliet. And I'm like, Natasha Denona, by the way. I had to check myself, like, I don't like having arguments with my friends. I don't like having arguments with anybody. I'd rather be in a space of peace. I just like peace. I ain't done these in ages, especially the Patrick Tar. 1 second. What you have to put into these foundations sometimes, especially this one. Oh, I'm using 2 Patricks, wow. I started to notice that what my mum was saying, which was every time I'm around her and we're like conversating and stuff like that, I get angry, I'm always shouting, and I'll be like blah, 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 blah. Like, going in on the phone, not respecting my surroundings, and that's not good. We get to a point where I'm noticing her personalities and that there may be an issue. She also recognizes that as well. I mean, she has her personal issues with her family, which I'm not going to go into in respect for her. So it got to a point where I stopped talking to her. I cut off all ties. I didn't block her because that's the mix. I think I need to go a bit deeper. I'm gonna go more into the one side. I stopped answering her calls. I just want a break. One time, yeah, when I was in London, this girl actually, because I used to live in a flat share, it was like one level, there wasn't like upstairs, downstairs. She actually broke into my house. She she entered my house through my kitchen window. And I was like, and I didn't know this until like later, because I was wondering, did my flatmate open a door for her? Like, all I heard was knocking on my door. I'm like, how the hell did she get in? Did I tell him I was expecting a guest? Anyway, I'm jumping here because I'm trying not to say too much, but say enough. I realized that she was jealous of my relationship with my mum, relationship with any other friend that I had, and my personal relationship, which was then my boyfriend, but now my husband. I personally feel like I don't have anything for someone to be jealous about, because everyone is on their own path and walk in life. Why would I have a friend? Why would I put a friend in my space that I was questioning whether or not, is this friendship healthy? But it seems she's going through something, right? And I mean, like, really going through something. So I was like, oh, I need to not be that person to abandon ship when things get hard. So I would cautiously, when I'm having conversations, think about what I'm saying, just in case I trigger her, because I noticed that if I say anything about myself, or if I not go against, but challenge her with what she's saying, because I can't be that friend that I can't speak to you if you're doing something wrong. So I had to be very cautious so that I wouldn't get into an argument, because I don't like getting angry. In order to avoid that, I would think before I speak, or I'll put myself in a position, like my surroundings, where my reactions, if should I get to that point, won't affect anybody else. When I knew that this friendship was for her, not for me, was when she called me one time. She was like, how are you, blah blah. I said, I'm good. I said, how are you, blah blah. Okay, let's get you out of the way first. I was like, okay, yeah, this is a one-sided relationship. This is not a friendship. So she went through something personally years ago, and I totally get how that's affecting her present time. I've gone through something personally as well. As in, there's a lot of people that go through, but obviously people manage things in different ways. But that's her reasoning for the way she feels now. Again, people heal differently, people manage their emotions differently, and I try to be accommodating to how she was feeling, but she didn't care to do the same for me, especially with what I was then going through. Jordana. So basically, COVID happened, she went through something, I felt sorry for her, because before that time I kind of like blocked myself from her, because I gave her some good news, but yet her reaction wasn't giving friend. It wasn't giving, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you, situation. So I was like, okay, yeah, you're on red again. This is the reason why, because I thought, let me give her a second chance by sharing it with her. And I wanted her friendship, because when she's good, she's good. Those people, like, when they're really good, they're good. And that's like 10% of the time, but that 10% can be a good, like, it can account for a lot, if that makes sense. Then she tells me about her diagnosis and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, okay, I understand this and that. Let me, again, be that friend. The way this girl, the way she turns on me, it's even worse than when we first started. Like, I know she's my friend, and I can't not be there for her while she's going through what she's going through. Yeah, I'm thinking about, what about the emotional toll that it's taking on me? Do I continue in this? Do I continue in this unhealthy relationship, even though it's not her fault, but she kind of knows what she's doing, and she just uses the excuse that, okay, I'm going through something, to behave the way she's behaving. And I'm like, no, I can't do it, I'm not gonna be a friend, blah blah. The door is closed. And then I go back, I cut her off again, and then she comes back, I take her back, cut her off again, she comes back, I take her back. And the last time, she had like a talk online which she invited me to speak about being friends and my experience and stuff like that. And she had another friend I hadn't met that was on the same, she call it panel, and she literally to a T shared her experience, which was what I had gone through with her, or is going through with her. And I was like, wait, I thought it was just me. She said she goes through a wave of emotions when dealing with our friend, and I explained that. I was like, you know what, I got to a point where I have to protect my mental. How are you shifting my personality because I'm trying to accommodate your personality? It's not right. I have to put me first, and it sounds selfish, but when you get in that situation and you cannot understand, I explain that, as in this is why I go silent, because I can't just be going through this to make you better. So when you're feeling better, then what about myself? I'm still back there. After that conversation, this girl proceeds to tell me that how she got comments after everything went live. So what are the comments? She's texting me. She goes, don't take it personal. So obviously she's clearly talking to me because we're having a back and forth conversation. She said people thought that I was too harsh. I was like, what? And I'm questioning myself. I'm thinking, and I asked her, like, at what point do you think that they're referring to? Like, what was I harsh about? I take a break from myself, from you, or what is it? And she goes, oh, don't take it personal, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I've taken it on board. After that, she goes, like, a day or so after, goes, oh, by the way, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the other girl. I'm like, why did you break me down initially? And now you're telling me, no, it's not you. It was the other chick. I don't get it. Why would you put me in that position to then say, is it because you wanted to see if I would feel bad, or you wanted to make me feel bad, but you knew you was talking to me? I'm taking it real far back now. We're going into Pat McGrath. I haven't used her in yonks. And I have her bronzers, 2 of them. So this Bronzer Divinity, this is Burnished Honey. I bought it, but I didn't really like it. Hence why I didn't like show you guys, but I'm thinking, should I give it another go? So I'm going into Bronze Divinity. Is it Bronze Divinity? No, Bronze Mahogany, sorry. And this is it here. Actually ain't bad. Okay. Anyway, long story short, right, because I'm just going in circles now, because there's so many things I went through with this chick that this is the longest I've gone without speaking to her, and I somewhat feel bad. Okay, I'm going to Burnished Honey. And she now texts me for Mother's Day. And I'm thinking, should I open that door? I don't know if I should put myself in that space with her again. So my question to you guys is, have you ever been in a situation as such where you have a friend that is toxic, but you love her so much that you feel you have to go through it with them, but then do you do it compromising your mental capacity, like your mental space? Like, how do you deal with it? How have you come through it? As in, this girl, yeah, we went on holiday with the girl that introduced us, right? And that's another story for another time. But girl, we almost got arrested. We did a ride or die situation with each other. That's what kind of like solidified our friendship. So it's just a shame that we're at this point where we are not talking. Oh, so I'm going into Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah, we're not talking, or I'm not talking, because I just don't want to put myself in that space. I don't know if she respects that or she thinks I'm being mean. What do you guys think? Because friends is so hard. I just keep that part very tight because I don't like disappointment, and it could be a character flaw in me. I don't know. Going into Pat McGrath, Paradise Venus. Wait, what's the time? Ooh, got 15 minutes left and her face is almost done. Oh, Love Struck and Cherish. Let's use Cherish because she's like a blue pink, a nice light blue pink. Yeah, okay, let's go into our finishing powder. But yeah, right now I'm in between communicating with her, because when I saw the message I was like, this is nice, because I didn't expect a message from her. I mean, she messaged me on my birthday, but I feel like that was just trying to, you know, knock the door to say hi, you want to chat? But I was like, no, I'm not doing it. But the fact that I got another message from her, should I not? I spoke to my husband about it. He goes, well, it's up to you, but there's no harm in saying something. I'm like, I'm scared. I don't know if I want to do it. Anyway, let me go finish off the rest. All I need to do, oh wait, I said I was going to do something with you guys. Yeah, what I'll do is, because I want to use the Huda Beauty, I'm using this by the way to do my nose contour. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty setting spray with you guys. But let me go finish off the rest of my face and I'll come back because I don't want her cancelling on me, and then we'll close out the video. See you guys in a bit. Face is done. I don't even have highlight on today. Should I put highlight on? Let's go in with MAC Glow with it. Yeah, makes sense. So I said I want to use this with you guys. I'm scared. Okay, so just to show you, because I'm going to come back and see whether or not this is long lasting, because it didn't say that, but I just want to see. It is 9:41 and I want to go on a bit more because the more you spray, the more you blur, apparently. Do my bottom lash and I'm out of here. I'm going to go now, so I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Technically a couple seconds, but anyway. Hi my lovelies, so I am back and you can see that my face is held up after about 8 hours because the time is now 5:41 and my face still looks the same. The only shine that I'm seeing is here. The only thing I did reapply was my lipstick, which is Huda Beauty Habibi, as well as Made by Mitchell lip gloss in the shade Baddie. And this is what the lips looking like. This is what the face is looking like. I absolutely would recommend that setting spray. It's a contender for the summer because it really locked in my makeup. It does say that it locks in the makeup, not up to, but for 16 hours. I like it. So I'm going to close out the video here. If what I said throughout this video didn't make sense, I apologize. This is why I haven't really delved into like sharing stories and stuff and doing makeup. It's a bit of a skill that I need to develop, so I do apologize if I was here and there and about the place asking, I would say, for your advice, but also asking whether or not you've been through something as similar. And if you would like to hear more stories or discussion sort of thing, please let me know in the comment section below. I do hope to go live to have a more interactive in real time kind of like session with you guys, because I think that'll be so much fun to get to know you all. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want this video to be even longer than it should be. For those that are new here, thank you so much. Why am I holding my hands down here? Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you won't be a stranger. Please subscribe to the channel and also like this video. And to my fam, to my lovelies, love you all for coming back and I appreciate you all so much. Don't forget to like this video before it ends. If you haven't watched the last video, here it is. Okay, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.